Seconds, Swansea City take the lead. It's 1-0. So 1-0 then to the Swans, and we've had 13 minutes. Not the best of kicks from Jones, but he's helped out by Michael Howard's little flick on. Now Brodie will come towards Kevin Hill, who's crossed that one. This is David Graham, great chance. Oh, how did he miss that one? Well, a great turn on the sixpence, like a thoroughbred horse there, David Graham, but then lashed a dipping shot over the bar, and no problems for Jason Jones, who was a bit dumbfounded that he didn't have a shot to save. So a set piece then in the 17th minute for Swansea, and Coates is over it. It's Coates that delivers it in. It's 2-0. Great start for Swansea. Christian O'Leary towering above the rest of the players in the box, including all the statuesque Torquay defenders. What were they doing? Great header from O'Leary. Nothing Dearden could do about this one. He should have stopped the last one, but nevertheless, 2-0. So, 2-0, and Swansea City answering their critics and following last week's thumping at Torquay United, 7-1 that one. Hartlepool's biggest win in over half a century. They've certainly bounced back from that, but David Graham laying off to Richardson. Great save by Jason Jones. That was brilliant. You would have put your bank on Richardson scoring there. To be fair to him, his toe poke was a powerful one, and great one-handed save by Jones. Strong arm. Hankin. Woosley. Russell. David Graham onside. The flag has stayed down and it hits the post. Exceptionally unlucky. Well, he looked a tad offside there, David Graham, didn't he? The linesman on the far side didn't think so. And Graham lashed the shot past Jason Jones, only to be beaten by the metalwork. Hill. Now a chance for Richardson. Still going, and it's in the net. It will count. Well, the goalkeeper's not happy about it. Simple through ball. Looked to be a clumsy first touch by Richardson, but then he slipped it past Jason Jones. Torquay back in it. It's 2-1. Brodie. Hankin intercepts. Hill clattered by Phillips. Somehow manages to evade that clumsy challenge. Benefield. Oh, great effort from Jimmy Benefield, who still awaits his first goal for the Gulls. Almost got it then. Looked to be rocketing into the top left-hand corner. What a strike. And it's Andrew Mumford who scored inside a minute to give Swansea the lead, to take this free kick. Mumford then. Decent ball in as well, and a free header there for Neil Sharp. Clips the crossbar. There was a touch in the centre as well. It might have been Watkin, but it came through to Sharp, and he clipped the crossbar, and Dearden was beaten again. Had it been on target, it would have been 3-1. Torquay's last win at Vetchfield was in April 1987. They could be in here for a second goal, but Jason Jones helped to smother the danger. And there was evident danger as well. Chris Brandon and Kevin Hill closing in on the keeper, but he held his ground. He's a tough guy. We've had 74 minutes. Still 2-1. This is Alex Russell to Steve Woods. Can Torquay United get a goal here? It's Benefield. Oh, great stop by the keeper. Well, he's not scored for Torquay yet, Jimmy Benefield, but a couple of great efforts this afternoon. Tricky one for the keeper. He did well. David Graham gets a touch on the ball, but it's hammered clear, and We've got 15 minutes left of the game. This is Tony Beddoe, one of the substitutes. Did well there. Chris Brandon is there. Clumsy sort of challenge at near post, and David Graham it was who got the ball across. Calamity there for Swansea City, who dithered with it really in defence, didn't they? Hankin, long-range shot from him, and bounces just in front of Jason Jones, but once again the keeper sure-footed and okay with his handling as well. Benefield. The crowd shouted handball. He's still going, Jimmy Benefield. Ran into the last defender though. He's an exciting prospect nevertheless. Benefield has just got better and better as the game's gone on as well. Oh, great header there from Tony Beddoe. It's 2-2. Well, he just ghosted in there between the defenders. The keeper was caught in the middle in no man's land, and it hits the back of the net. 11th Torquay corner. Alex Russell to take it. Beddoe is there. Oh, just wide of the target. Sneaked in at near post there. The substitute, Tony Beddoe, who scored the equaliser, almost got what might have been Torquay's winner. The stewards are ready for the ensuing pitch invasion, and Williams is throwing in. Comes out to Mumford. Great effort from Andrew Mumford. There was almost a sting in the tail. Looked to be arrowing into the top right-hand corner. Dearden didn't seem in the least bit interested. He might well have been. It almost went in.
I was pleased with the boys' commitment.
His assistant David Preece left the club after chairman Mike Bateson asked McFarlane to carry on without Preece. Bateson blames the problems at ITV Digital for forcing him to restructure the club.
It's just 9 months since Roy McFarlane took charge at Plainmoor. Torquay United haven't exactly enjoyed unbridled success since then, but he and his assistant David Preece were generally considered to have done a pretty good job. And today's announcement comes as something of a surprise. According to club chairman Mike Bateson, the loss of revenue from ITV Digital was expected to contribute to a potential shortfall of £6,000 a week next season. He asked McFarlane to continue without an assistant and to take a pay cut, an offer the manager decided to refuse. Torquay insists that today's measures will ensure that the club survives next season. But Roy McFarlane and David Preece can count themselves among the latest victims of football's deepening financial crisis. They certainly won't be the last. Martin Dean at Plainmoor for West Country News.
Joining us from Torquay United is Chairman Mike Bateson. Mr Bateson, if you can't afford to pay for Roy McFarlane, can you afford the players? Indeed, can you survive?
We can afford the players that we've got and the players we're planning to bring in, and we can certainly survive. That's why I've taken the action.
But I mean, things are looking very dodgy for the club then, clearly.
They're not looking as strong as they have done in the past, but I would say we're stronger than many other clubs.
You've blamed ITV Digital on the loss of the money from that, but as I understand it, you were already losing money anyway, regardless of the income that would have given you.
No, I think this season we'd have probably broken even, but the loss from the TV deal is $119,000, but there's also, off our basic award we lose money. We'll lose, I think it works out at £10,500 a month in addition, which is part of the TV money. So it's £6,000 a week adrift.
I mean, this is clearly, sounds to me like a tacit acceptance that the ITV Digital deal is now dead in the water. Do you think the league should be preparing for a lower cost future all round?
Yeah, I think they should be. I mean, you're probably closer to Carlton than I am, but I'm not expecting any money at all from Carlton or Granada or the ITV Digi deal, so the monkey is dead as far as I'm concerned.
Mike Bateson, thank you.
The wishes
of Roy McFarlane has resigned after being told that his assistant would have to go as part of a cost-cutting exercise. Alan Richardson reports.
There's been widespread speculation that more than 30 clubs could go to the wall following the collapse of the TV deal. Plymouth Argyle have postponed plans for the second phase of their development of Home Park, while Exeter City are expected to release a number of players later this week. However, Torquay had always claimed they hadn't budgeted for the TV money and saw it as a bonus rather than a necessity.
The final nail was hammered into the ITV digital coffin last night, and I decided this morning that one area that I would make the cuts in would be on the management side, and I put it to Roy that I'd like him to work without an assistant and to take a pay cut of sorts.
Roy McFarland only arrived at Playmore just before the start of this season, and after originally flirting with relegation, he was able to steer the team into calmer waters after setting a club record of 622 minutes without conceding a goal. The club say they have to reduce their weekly outgoings by £6,000. Gulls fans will have a nasty feeling of déjà vu after spending most of last summer with no manager in place.
Businesses in Dartmouth are claiming they could be hit hard if they're not...
Torquay, after they told him his contract would be renegotiated and his assistant, David Priest, would be axed. McFarland's departure comes as Football League chairman Keith Harris warned that a dozen clubs might not make it through the summer.
The first casualty of the ITV digital fiasco, Torquay boss Roy McFarland has walked out on the club after rejecting their plans to cut costs by releasing assistant David Priest.
We can't afford to carry two on the management team, so I put it to Roy McFarland that I needed to cut David out of the equation, and also I'd like to talk to Roy about reducing his salary, which was initially negotiated on the back, if you like, of the ITV contract. Roy didn't feel able to accept that. I don't blame him, and so we parted company quite amicably.
With ITV Digital up for sale, clubs are increasingly concerned that they won't see any of the £178 million still owed to them. One manager has gone already, other clubs will suffer too.